Welcome to the section on programming assignment for module 1 on the course on data visualization. So hope you have gone through various plotting mechanisms such as matplot library, scatter plot, bar chart, stacked bar chart, histogram and various subplots for making different data visualizations based upon the data that we use. So here I would like to project the 4 different categories of data visualization. They are relationship, comparison, distribution and composition. So based upon these 4 categories, all the charts that we learn are distinguished into different segments. For example, if I would like to determine the relationship among the 2 variables, I can use efficiently a scatter plot and a bubble chart. So scatter plot, that is mean for 2 variable comparison, and bubble chart, which is mean for 3 variable comparison. So like this, there are various different charts which falls under these 4 categories. So you have to identify the need for using the chart of which belongs to the specified category that you use. Now let us go through the complete programming assignment document, so which gives you an overview about how to prepare for the programming assignment for module 1. So here the primary goal is to establish exploratory data analysis and to project the insights in the data that you have used. So you have to incorporate the learning plots that you have identified based on the data set that you use. Okay, so first you have to study the data set. So you have to identify the variables and their data types. So you have to identify how many number of rows are present in the data set and how many number of columns are present in the data set. So in general, the number of rows are represented as instances or tuples of record, and the number of columns are represented, that is, it is named as the attributes. Now let us see an example simple data set which contains a different tuples of record for a specified analysis. Okay, consider this data set which consists of 5 different attributes such as district, house type, income, category, that is previous customer, and the outcome. So here this is called a column which contains the attribute named district. Okay, so here this is said to be a single instance or tuple of record in which the response has been observed. Okay, so here there are district, house type, income category, previous customer or not, and the outcome, that is the response variable. So like this, each and every data set will have a attribute name and the number of records that has been collected across the attributes that has been identified. So this is a simple example of a data set which explicitly revealing the category of a customer in which how much income he is getting and whether he is a previous customer or not. Based upon this category, he has been responded and not responded. That is the outcome variable which is to be identified. So here based upon this attribute name, so we are collecting the response against each and every attribute which is also called the tuple of record. So you have to use data set like this and you have to perform what are all the visualization that you have studied, and you have to identify the category of visualization chart that you are being using. Once you have identified the data set, you have to perform univariate analysis and bivariate analysis. Okay, so univariate analysis means you have to explore each and every variable separately and you have to look at the range of the values, and you have to determine the central tendency, that is mean, median, mode and standard deviation for that particular variable, and you have to identify the distribution of data and the skewness of the data using plots such as histogram, count plot and so on. So this slide will give you the detailed explanation regarding the two different types of data elements, that is continuous and categorical. So continuous data values, as everyone knows, so that is of a numeric type, real valued numbers, and categorical is of three types, that is nominal, ordinal and binary. So here when considering the nominal, it takes limited set of values with no meaningful order, and for the variable ordinal, it takes limited set of values with a meaningful order, and for the category binary, it takes only two values, that is either 0 or 1. So based upon this segregation of the attribute, you have to identify which category does this attribute that you have selected falls under this category, and you have to perform univariate analysis significantly to the attribute that you have chosen. Then the next is you have to perform bivariate analysis. So in this category, you have to explore two different variables in order to study their relationship between them using the charts like scatter plot, stacked bar chart and staple plot and so on. So here you have to perform grouping, and another thing you have to perform is correlation analysis. So in grouping, you have uses aggregate functions to explore the data further, and in correlation analysis, you will be determining the strength of two quantitative variables. And finally, you have to infer the inference, which summarize the characteristics of the data set, and you have to prepare the report as well. So here in this assessment, you have to first study the data set, and you have to perform univariate analysis, and you have to perform bivariate analysis, and finally you have to do the inference that you have summarized so far in the form of a report submission. Okay. So here exploratory data analysis will be performed using different types of plot Python functions that you have studied in module 1. You have to perform data visualization and you have to prepare the report submission. Okay. So here each participant has to complete 2 peer assessment in order to grade their peers. Okay. As a complete evaluation system for the assessment. So here comes the rubrics for peer assessment. So here this is the criteria. So the first thing is studying the data set, performing univariate analysis, performing bivariate analysis in terms of grouping, the first one, and the second category, that is correlation analysis, sharing of code, and the major utilization of Python function and usage of Python plots. So based on the 3 categories, excellent, satisfactory and needing improvement, your assessment that will be categorized accordingly, and the marks will be allotted as per the evaluation category. So here is the different websites in which you can collect plenty of real world data, which is freely available for doing different types of data analysis and specifically for visualization. So you can go through these websites and you can collect the data sets accordingly, and you can perform your own evaluation based upon the Python functions that you use. Okay, now let us have a good exploration on a repository named UCI repository, and we can now I will show you how various numbers of data sets are presented in the website, and how we can explore and view those kind of data sets for doing our own evaluation. So you can search in Google such as UCI space repository, and the first link UCI machine learning repository you can click, and you can see 585 such data sets that is available for doing data analysis, and this is the repository where we can find different types of data sets such as iris data set, adult data set, wine, heart disease, cancer data set, car data set, and so on. Plenty of data sets. Okay, so when you click any of the data sets, now I am going with the heart disease. So here you will be finding two different kinds of folder. That is, one is the data folder and the another one is the data set description, and there will be a table representing the characteristics of the data set, that is whether it is univariate or multivariate, and what is the category, whether it is categorical or real world or integer, and how many number of tuples of records are there, and how many number of attributes are there. Okay, who donated the data sets. Okay, and the task associated with the data set, is there any missing features available in the data set. So like this, there will be different characteristics which will be summarized in the table. From the table we can infer how the data set is. Okay, so there will be two folders. Similarly, you can explore one the data folder and another one is the data set description. So here in the description part, I can go with the description that corresponds to the data set in which it contains the names, that is names of the attributes associated with the data set. Okay, so once I click the data folder, I will be provided with the names that is associated with the data. That is here they are having three different categories. One is the Cleveland Heart Foundation data set, another one is the Hungarian data set, and another one is the Switzerland data set. So there will be different types of categories. So here I am going with the Cleveland data and downloading it in the form of a text file. So here I will be getting the data here. So you can see this data. So each tuple of record corresponds to a particular category of heart disease syndrome. Okay, so here this is completely a numerical continuous data set. Okay, so here I am giving you some of the steps to directly import a text file into an Excel, in which you can easily associate the data into the Excel and you can perform exploratory data analysis using the different types of data visualization functions in Python. Okay. So here in this you can open a new Excel sheet. So here you'll be having different tabs such as home, insert, layout, formulas. In that, click the data tab. In that you can click from text. So here get external data from text file. So click on the from text and you can select the data set location where it is. So I am selecting the data set and clicking import. So this wizard will display, and here it will be by default it will be selected as a delimiter. You can click next and then you can click comma. Okay, so once comma separated values has been given, each one of the column will be fixed aligned with the corresponding cells of the Excel sheet. Then you can click next and then no need to change anything. Then click finish and this sheet will be opened. That is where do you want to put the data, and I am presenting that existing worksheet is enough to input the data that I have imported from the text file. Then I am clicking OK. So here each and every attribute which will be aligned with the columns presented in the Excel sheet. Okay, so this is the way in which we can import the data directly from the text file into an Excel sheet. So here is the completely formatted data that has been imported into the Excel along with the label. So here I am having attributes such as age, sex, chest pain type, BPS, cholesterol levels. Like that I am having different types of attributes associated with the heart disease data set. So I can use this data set directly for data visualization process, in which I can explore the same using different Python functions. Okay, so like this you can directly take the data set from the repository and you can perform a data visualization analysis. Also, this data set is having 271 tuples of record with 14 attributes.